Amen, amen. Well, my name is Casper Tambauer, and this is my beautiful wife Ashley, and we have the honor of serving the Stockholm, Sweden church. The title we have been given today is Triumphant in the Face of Adversity. Please turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 1. Adversity is defined as a state or instance of serious or continued difficulty. But today, I want to put before you, there is a triumph in every trial. There is a triumph in every trial. The question is, are you looking for a triumph in your trial? It says in 2 Corinthians 1, verse 8. And it reads, we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about the hardships we suffered in a province of Asia. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired even of life. Indeed, in our hearts we felt the sentence of death. But this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God, who raises the dead. So the Greek word for trouble, thlipsis, it means a pressing together, or pressure. So what is adversity? Adversity is pressure. And God pushes us to the point of more pressure than we can endure, so that we rely on Him. Natural diamonds are formed inside the Earth's mantle about 150 kilometers or more below the surface, where temperatures are 1,050 degrees Celsius. To illustrate that level of pressure, it's 72 times more than an industrial hydraulic press. If you were to put the weight of an adult elephant on a single coin, it would take 725 elephants to reach that level of pressure. Diamond making pressure is 50,000 times more than here at sea level, and 45 times more than at the deepest point of the ocean, the Mariana Trench. Some of the adversity we have faced in Sweden, first of all, Sweden is the third most atheistic country in the world after China and Japan statistically. We have had to face financial pressure. To hire somebody, 40% of the money goes to tax right away. That's a struggle. 5 times already we have had to find a new venue. But really this year we have had to send out all of our original mission team members, except for Ashley and myself. So Gustav to Berlin, Ryan and Jenny to London, Daniela to Portugal, and this past Sunday we sent Liam to London to transition onwards to Amsterdam. But really, with all of those relationships, there was a tearing away. And to be honest, I have not always had a triumphant mindset about my trials. At times, I have lost a mental fight, given into discouragement, hopelessness, self-loathing, sadness. And at times, just resorted to numbing out. Why this pressure? I don't want to deal with this pressure. But you see, the greatest triumph is found at the place of the greatest pressure. Jesus, just before he was betrayed, he prayed at Gethsemane. What does Gethsemane mean? Oil press. You see, there Jesus faced extreme pressure. And Hebrews 12 verse 4 says, in the struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding your blood. So the pressure that Jesus faced was so intense that his very blood was pressed out of him at Gethsemane. And none of us has reached that level of pressure yet. But Jesus, he did not crumble. He resisted through prayer and reliance on God. So Gethsemane is where Jesus triumphed. There is a triumph in every trial. I give my beautiful wife, Ashley.
Amen. Good afternoon, sisters. I just want to recognize and shout out all the heroes in this room. Every single one of you is facing some kind of adversity currently in your life, and because you continue going through the pressure, you are triumphant. In Psalm 34, verse 5, it says, Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This word for shame in the Hebrew is quafer. It means to be disappointed or brought to confusion. When we look to God, we do not need to be disappointed or brought to confusion. God makes everything clear. You know, adversities are Satan's way to get us to make excuses to give up. But the end of the story is waiting for us in heaven. If you've been sinned against, it's not an excuse to give up. Losing a marriage, not an excuse. Health challenges, not an excuse. Leaders leaving, not an excuse. Death in the family, not an excuse. Motherhood, not an excuse. There is never an excuse big enough to give up because we follow a Christ who never gave up on us. My practical sisters, study out Psalm 91, put your name in verses 14 to 16, and remember that Jesus is our advocate and he is protecting you in all your trials. Love you.
So, family, despite our challenges, God has allowed us to triumph. Despite the financial challenges, since May this year, we have been self-supporting. We have managed to get a discount at every single venue, up to 88%, amen. And even though as our missionaries had to go back, our sister Crystal, she's now an unpaid intern. And as soon as we get back to Stockholm, Johannes will go full-time as an intern. 3 of our 4 baptisms this fall have been Swedish people. And now that the English speakers have moved on, we will go Swedish speaking after the EMC. To finish, is God your last resort or your first go-to? Practically find the triumph in the trial that you're going through. And pray until you get a triumphant mindset about your trial. There is a triumph in every trial. Thank you and God bless.